Yeah, it was 2 discs. Oh my god, I was having like a real moment. It was on 2 discs, yeah. Ugh. Why have 2 discs? That's what somebody said. Right. What game has 10 discs? We'll find out for Shaker. What game has 10 discs? Okay, we'll have a look at your mum. Oh, damn. Scanner, I can make you feel really terrible. She's dead. I hope you're happy. I'm sorry. That's so dark. Okay, Alone in the Dark is 2. Ark the Lad is 3. I was scared you'd say that. I mean, look, sometimes, you know, it's depressing. It's depressing, but sometimes the dead mum card's good to bring out. Every once in a while. Like when somebody was asking me about my Mother's Day plans, they're like, oh, what did you get your mum? I was like, she's dead. And I was like, I'm not joking. I just want this conversation to end. Okay, Armored Core 2, Armored Core Master of Arena, Braindead 13, Chronicles of the Sword. I don't know what that is. Chrono Cross was on 2. Interesting. Colony Wars, Command & Conquer. They're all about the 90s. So this seems to be a bit of a trend. Late 90s. Command & Conquer, that's on 2. Command & Conquer Red Alert, that's on 2. Command & Conquer Red Alert Retaliation is on 2. Countdown Vampires, it's on brand for tonight. Covert Ops, don't know what that is. D. What the hell is this? It's called D. What? What? I've never heard of this game. Does anybody know this game from the 90s? From 95. It's a survival horror game. Laura Harris is a scholar in her late 20s, at a school in San Francisco. Her father, Dr. Richter, his name is Richter Harris, is the director and supervisor of a hospital in Los Angeles. Her mother, the wife of Dr. Harris, was violently killed years ago. She was found stabbed to death with her limbs, oh my god, with her limbs amputated. Laura's only keepsake from her deceased mother was her toe. Was a blue compact. The mirror holds a power that can show hints of the future, and as such, it's a great use and value to Laura. Father of Laura Harris. Blah, blah, blah. The story begins, you're contacted by LAPD, receiving a disturbing message. Father's gone on a mass murdering spree and has now barricaded himself in a hospital. Yeah, that's what the game's called. Don't be surprised, there is also a D2, you're right. D2 these nuts, hey, I did it as well. There's... we're playing Tool. That wasn't meant to happen. Okay. There are 3 albums? Oh my god. I feel like I've been drinking and I haven't. Time elapsed ending. There's a time elapsed ending where if you run out of time, you'll get a game over. There's a bad ending. There's a good ending. There's a best 100% ending. We all should, yeah. It was on the 3DO. Wow. There we go. Now we know. Dracula the Resurrection. Dracula 2 The Last Sanctuary. Dragon Valor. Dragon Warrior. Driver 2. I remember that being on 2 discs. Do you remember Driver? Are any of you younglings, do you remember that? Drunk on the D. We're all D drunk. Fear Effect. Does anyone remember Driver 2? Literally, it was like you were driving around. It's like the game Stuntman. It's not quite like the game Stuntman. But Driver was like... Do you remember all the fun things of getting out the car and doing stuff and then getting back in the car and then driving? They're like, none of that. You're basically a getaway driver and your mission is to just drive. but it was like PS1. But it looked pretty good. Evil Dead, Hail to the King. Fear Effect is on 4. Now we're jumping up. Fear Effect is on 4. Fear Effect 2 is on 4. Both early 2000s. Final Fantasy VII, as mentioned before, is on 3. Final Fantasy VII Platinum is on 4. Because the Platinum version of Final Fantasy VII, had a demo for Final Fantasy VIII. So it's not really 4 discs. Final Fantasy VIII was on 4. What? Final Fantasy IX was on 4. Fox Hunt was on 3. I'm not going to read everything. Why was Gran Turismo on 2? That doesn't make any sense. It's driving. Like, what are you going to do midway through the race? Change discs? I don't think so. Very confusing. No! Why? That doesn't work. No, Gran Turismo 2 is apparently on 2 discs. No, Gran Turismo 2. I don't know why. Why would it be on 2 discs? That doesn't make any sense. I think some of these must... Are you drunk? Metal Gear Solid's on 2, which I mentioned. Metal Gear Solid Integral was on 3 because you had the VR missions and some other stuff. I know that for a fact. Oddworld, Abe's Exodus, which I think was the sequel, was on 2. Parasite Eve was on 2. I remember that because I remember changing discs. And I remember my definitely legal version of it that I played on stream. I had to change discs. Wink. Wink, wink. Parasite Eve 2 has 2 discs. Psychic Detective. Resident Evil 2 was on 2 discs. But I thought Resident Evil 2 was on 1 disc for Claire, and then the other disc for Leon. And I think that's, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong. I actually quite liked those discs. Were like, one was on one side of the lever arch and one was on the other. Do that. I want to watch a video where someone managed to save it. I refuse to read that because it's not true. But it was a totally different game. Oh yes. You literally can't. You can't. I feel like they've trickerationed you. Rival Schools? Is that not a fighting game? Riven, sequel to Myst. That was on 5 discs. Okay, Star Ocean 2, Star Wars Rebel Assault. Yeah, some of these don't count. You can't tell me Street Fighter Collection was on 2 discs because, let's be clear, you're getting, in this Street Fighter Collection, on these 2 discs, you're getting Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter Alpha 2 Gold, Street Fighter Zero Dash, Street Fighter Alpha 2 Dash. Those games aren't big. That doesn't really count. Like, Siphon Filter 2 was on 2? Interesting. Wing Commander, Heart of the Tiger. Street Fighter 2, Too Fast, Too Furious. And then wait until you get to like Street Fighter EX plus Alpha, and then EX plus Alpha 2, because why wouldn't you need so many things to say? And then they did like Super Street Fighter EX 2 plus Alpha. You know, it's just like, what? So Shaker, I'm not seeing anything here that tells me more than 2 discs. More than 4. Or 5, sorry. 5. So I wonder, is it more modern? Oh my god, why you give me PlayStation games? I just want to know which games. Microsoft Simulator 2020 had 10 discs? There you go. We got there in the end. Yeah, Flight Simulator. But I think the thing with Flight Simulator was that was installing it, right? It's not like it's running off the disk. Yeah, so Flight Simulator 2020 was the one. And I think a lot of PC games used to as well, because they were deliberately bigger. But I think it was install discs. I don't think, like, they didn't run off the disc. You know? Technicalities. Right, should we play this game? Hades has got a queue. EverQuest 2 did? Yeah, that's... What, ran off the discs? Did it have clear delineation points? Separations? Oh yeah, game. We should be gaming, right? Probably. So, I was fortunate enough, I have to say that it is gifted. I was fortunate enough to get the game gifted. Thank you to Crystal Dynamics. I don't have any link, but I will share the link. I don't have a like affiliate link or ambassador link. They keep on calling those things that. Yeah, I had to push them for it. I asked them and they were like, yeah, nah. And then I think because I hadn't streamed, it really messed with my numbers. That makes sense? So it completely threw off my average, which is what is important to them. And I get it. Right, we should be here in the game. A bit bot company. There you go, let's go over here. I just remember seeing a lot of CDs. I don't know if it runs off the CDs. Yeah, so a lot of PC games would install. Right, are we over here? Well, I love that this happens. I love this for us. Because it's mostly playable with my controller. Press A to start. Tremendous. Gameplay options. Yep. Screen shake. Alright, we'll leave it on for now. Okay. Okay. So this is, I believe, you can hear my washing machine. Yeah, we're gonna go normal. Of course we're gonna go normal. Then... Wait. Normal. Assist is revenge. We straight.
Where has Mobius's wretched curse cast me now?
Okay.
Am I doomed to drift endlessly through the mists of time?
I have done what I can to counter the Time Guardian spell, but you cannot linger here for long.
Kaisetzik, where have you brought me?
Abito, how are you?
What do your senses tell you, Elena?
Ugh, the stench of the Sarafan fouls the wind.
Okay, we can't touch fire. Fire bad. The thirst is eternal. To endure it, a vampire must feed upon the blood of the living. When a foe falters at the edge of death, press Y. Steal their life blood. Vito, how are you doing today?
Vampire!
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Hear me, brothers! To
Wait.
arms!
It seems your nose serves you well. Welcome to Borsgard Pass.
Oh yeah. Got to drink your blood, fool.